Sup dudes, it's Opaque. I'm here with my first tutorial on the Opaque channel, at least. I've done a couple before, and a couple of dual commentaries. I'm on SD Design's computer. Tyler, he's right here taking a nap. I don't think he feels like talking. Tyler, say hi. Yeah, he's not saying. Okay. But what I'm going to teach you today is... Now listen, child. What I'm going to do. Actually, I'm going to teach you how to do color corrections and Twixtor. A lot of people don't understand Twixtor, like Tyler, and some people like color corrections, so I thought I'd do this at 12:38 in the morning. Okay, so we got After Effects open, and let me get his files. Oh, lightning. If you hear thunder, I'm sorry, because it's thundery. So, move your clip in there. You probably know all the basics by now, at least. I don't know if they can hear the thunder. Oh, well, this one's gonna be loud. No, it's not. Wait. That was just me. Okay. What you're gonna need to do is, first we're gonna start out with the color corrections. We're gonna need to... We moved it into Comp 1. We're gonna go Layer, New, Adjustment Layer. Now this just helps so that it doesn't like lag or crash. Let me just expand that a little bit. I like having it zoomed in. Yeah. And just go to Effect. If you don't have Magic Bullet looks, like I do, which I like to use, there's a lot of color correction settings over here. Mostly what you're going to want to use is the curves. And if you're going to use this, you just put it there and there. And that has a nice little thing. You know, just if you don't have looks, but I'm recommending that you have looks. So let's turn that off. Oh, make sure when you're doing your effect that you're clicking on the adjustment layer, because that helps a lot, so that it's not all bad and stuff. You're gonna go to looks, open, edit looks right here. And then it's gonna pull up a whole new user interface, and Tyler's is lagging. There we go. My computer's a lot faster than his. Sorry. Yeah, sure. Okay, we're gonna zoom on this just a bit, just so we can see it really nice. Now, what we're gonna start with is curves. Well, we're gonna go to post. Okay, so go to post, not subject. It's just better for post. And go to curves. Oh. And make like a nice wave. So kind of move that down a bit. Then this down. Like a nice S, you know? Get it just like that. Now that's a bit... Yeah, that's good. And sometimes I like to play around with the red colors, kind of like the same curve. And the blue. Don't do green, it just looks weird. Now, it didn't seem to make that much difference on a snowy map, but if you're on a darker map, it looks a little bit better. Now, some people like to use three-way color corrector, and some people like to use lift gamma gain. They're pretty much the same thing. This one just... It's more, in your face, instead of the three-way color corrector. If you're doing like a subtill video kind of thing, like, you're going to want to use this, but if you're making like a hardcore montage, you're going to want to use lift gamma gain. So you're going to start, since it's kind of a snowy map, we don't want it too blue, we kind of want to make it a bit more orangey. So we're going to start with lift to be blue, but then counteract that with an orangey color over here, and then another orange. Not too much orange, just like kind of make it kind of that little color there, as you can see. Then we're gonna go to lens and make a vignette. Now, we don't want it too dark for this video, so we're just gonna pull that out a bit, maybe right there, that's good. And then edge softness. Don't do too much of this, because it just looks kind of weird. Now, chromatic apparition, it's kind of like that that RGB, the red, green, blue effect, where it kind of like expands it. You'll like pull it in, and then you see it kind of looks 3D-ish, but it doesn't add the 3D effect, it just mixes around with the colors. Like, I'll move this to 0. I like it better there. Yeah, see, it's just kind of that. And anamorphic flare. Now, you've probably seen this in videos. It's really bright because we're on a snowy map, but if you do red, it'll be even brighter. So if you want to use this, you're going to want to turn it down a lot, just so you can see them on the gun and everything. And that's sometimes cool. I use it most of the time. You're not going to want to use it all the time because it'll make some videos look a little weird. But next we're going to go to Matte. I don't know if that's Matte or Matty, whatever. And do diffusion. That makes it a bit brighter, adds that kind of effect. It's a bit bright for a snowy map though, so I'm going to take it off. But you can use that on dark maps to kind of add that effect. And then for color filter, this will be good for this map. See how it makes it kind of orangey, but we don't want that much. So we'll just kind of add a little bit in there. So it's kind of orange now instead of that really big white. So now as you can see, it changes in here once you're done. Now we're going to go on to Twixtor, and for Twixtor you're going to want to, some people say to use timer mapping, but I just make a new composition. It's so much easier. So it makes the whole clip just one file, so that it'll expand on itself. So what we'll do is, we're not going to do a sync today, but I have done a sync on this video. We're just going to do the reload. Oh wait, where's it reload? Does he even reload? There he goes, okay. What? What? Okay. Wait, I'm not doing a sync though, Tyler. Sorry, that was Tyler talking. I usually don't allow him to talk, but whatever. I know it's your house, but I don't care. Okay, so I'll probably skip through that, but we're gonna go to the reload. Ooh. And when you're doing Twixtor, you're not just gonna want to make the whole thing Twixtor, because that will just make it, some people say lag, but it will kind of distort the picture a bit. So you're gonna want to get to like a certain point where you can like slow it down to 3 frames. Kind of want 3%, not 3 frames. But usually it's kind of right here. Most people do it right here, where he just pulls it out right there. Let's just get it to that point, like that. That always looks good. I like this. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna right click, Effect, RE Vision plugins, and Twixtor. Now, if you don't have any of these plugins, you want to go buy them, and not buy them, but I mean, you're supposed to buy them, but just look up some videos how to get them free, because that's what I did. But what you're gonna want to do is, you can see it's already lagging a lot or distorting, so you're gonna make sure that this is 59.94. Oh wait, Tyler's computer is weird. There's the dot. 94. That'll fix it up a bit. See, yeah. And then you're gonna want to make this 45. That's my personal favorite. That always looks good for me. Image prep is gonna be contrast edge enhance and smart blend. You're also gonna want to go up to layer and go to frame blending and pixel motion. That will also help with some of the distortion. I kind of want to expand this a bit more. That's a little blue up there. I don't like that. Okay, here we go. And once you're here, we're going to want to slow this down to about 4. That'd be good. Oh, wait. Make sure you keyframe that. I always forget to do that. Okay, just keyframe that first, and then change this to 4, and then go back a frame. It's going to be on here, but just make sure you press back a frame, and change that back to 100. So that will just go back to this. So if you move up a frame, you'll be distorting it. And I don't like how it's kind of distorted there, so I'm gonna change this to 5, and maybe that will help. No, it won't. Okay. We'll change this to 100, then move it up a frame, and then change it to 4 again. Still not helping. 9. Still not helping. Shut up, Tyler. Shut up. Nobody asked you to talk. Okay, change that to 35. Like, if it's not doing this distortion right, you're gonna wanna, like, change around with the speed so that it slowly slows down. So that should be about 75 by there. And then here it should be 85. And then next it's gonna be 100. And 100. So that once you go back to here, it's actually going to move it over here, because that looks a bit better when he's throwing it away. Why isn't it doing that? No, forgot to do that. There we go, that's perfect. Okay, now what we're going to want to do is we're going to watch this. You kind of want to make this like a second long or so. Let's actually make that like 3 speed. Like, Twixtor is tricky. You gotta get used to it. You gotta know what you like and what people like. You gotta know what looks good and like the points at which to slow it down, because sometimes that can get a little confusing. Now we're just gonna go up a second, because you can always expand that or shorten it. Actually, we're gonna go 2 seconds. And that's when he's throwing it away. That's perfect. And now we're gonna go back up to 100. And go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 frames. And make that 4 again. There you go. Then it's gonna move up slowly. And then he's gonna pull it back in to his clippy thing. Let's just watch through this. Oh, actually, let's just skip to it. Now this is a good point to use to put it into the... Right when he puts it in there. That's always a good point too. Tell her I don't like it when you laugh. You laughing at my editing skills when I'm clearly better than you. You're so mean. Okay, now let's watch this. Let's just move this one up a second, because watching it for a long time can always get annoying. And then move that back up to 100. And back 1, 2, 4. Okay, now that should really be it. I actually kind of want to put a null in there right now. Right when he goes up there. Okay, I won't put a null. Never mind. Okay, once you're done with this, just go to composition and add to render queue. And the best settings are best, full 1280. You can read, like, best After Effects settings to look at it. And what you need to do in here, you go to lossless at an output module and check that, like uncheck it, because you don't want a project link. That's just stupid, and it takes up too much memory, and it takes long. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to use a Windows Media, unless you have a Mac, which you will probably use a MPEG. Is that what it is? QuickTime. Probably a QuickTime, and there's a couple settings for that. No, I'll do that. But I'm not really used to that. But yeah, use Windows Media. You can go to Format Options. Make sure the bit rate is 10,000 and image quality is 100. If you have a slow computer, kind of move this down a bit. Not that down. But move it down like to there. It'll make it go a bit faster without lagging too much. But Tyler has a good computer, so I'm going to move it to 10. Constant. Yeah. And okay, and also, if you're still having problems, to make it look even clearer, go to project settings and make it 16 bits per channel. And that should be it. So just render it and you are done.